everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Timeless Tales. Today I am going to be doing a book spotlight where I'm showcasing several different books with a similar theme. Today's is special because today is November 11th, and why that's special is because on November 11th at 11 a.m. In 1918, the armistice happened, effectively ending World War I. And I don't know, it's just kind of beautiful to think about the fact that it was the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month that the Great War ended, even if the peace treaty wasn't signed until many months later. So to celebrate the fact that it is literally 100 years to the day since the ending of the war, I thought I would showcase some World War I tales that I love. Now, there's not very many. I haven't found a lot of war stories that I like, and World War I seems to be one of those that's less used as a setting as opposed to World War II, for example. But there's a few really good ones out there, and I wanted to share them with you. I'm actually going to start with a book in a series that was the first one I ever read, and that is Jack Kavanaugh's, and this is his American Family Portrait series. I started this series back when I was probably about 10 or 11, and it was the first real adult books that I read. I grew up on American Girl, so I loved history, especially American history. So I stumbled on this series, and I absolutely loved it too. This one is book 6, called The Allies, and it's a brother and sister who both helped during World War I, him as a pilot, her as a nurse. And it brings in the Lusitania and being behind enemy lines, and the whole series is beautiful, but this one is a great addition for learning about World War I, basically from the trenches, I guess would be a good way to put it. So this is the first one, Jack Kavanaugh's The Allies, from the American Family Portrait series, and the whole series is good because it follows this family from the Puritans all the way through modern day, and there's 9 books. You can kind of see them up here. You see, that's them over. But yeah, it's a good series. As you can tell, I really like them. It's a great family. It is a family portrait of just generations of this family and what they go through American history. So it's really cool. The second series I'm bringing you, and the second book I'm bringing you, is Carrie Taransky's A Refuge at Highland Hall. This is actually the 3rd book in the Edwardian Brides series. It follows Penny, who is the younger of the 2 sisters that you meet in the first book, A Governess at Highland Hall. And the first 2 books, A Governess at Highland Hall and A Lady at Highland Hall. Lady of Highland Hall, I believe. It's been a couple days. Daughter of Highland Hall, that's it. It's been a little bit since I've read these books. They're really good, but they're definitely more of a build-up to World War I, and this one definitely takes place more in World War I. And it shows a lot of what England was going through at the time, and through the eyes of Penny in both London and the countryside, and just the dynamics of the country helping at war during World War I, with a little bit of the action, as her love interest happens to be a pilot for Britain in the war. So this is A Refuge at Highland Hall. Also a good read. The whole series is, like I said, it's this whole family, starting with the Governess at Highland Hall, and it's a beautiful read. It all is. It's great messages and great history involved. And the last book I'm bringing you today, like I said, I haven't read many, but this one is by Rosanna M. White. I'm showcasing a name unknown, but this entire series of The Shadows Over England is all set in the early stages of World War I, the rumblings, the espionage, the behind the scenes. It's just a great series for World War I, especially early World War I. It's definitely it's a whole family of originally thieves and then most of the older ones turn spies. Starts with this one, A Name Unknown. It brings in a lot of what's going on in England at the time, how they're preparing for the war. The second book is A Song Unheard, and that brings a little bit more of the front lines, the actual battles, and especially into the 3rd book, which is An Hour Unspent, which is really getting into the war. But it's told from this whole family of, like I said, of orphans that just banded together, and it brings in the behind the scenes, the espionage, I want am I thinking? The technology. There's a lot of technological advances that actually help the war, and Roseanne M. White does a great job showcasing them. So this is another series, Shadows over England, that I definitely recommend for World War One. So there we go. Yeah, sorry the video's a little longer than usual, but these are the 3 I've got today. These are the 3 that I've read that are really good. They're parts of the series. The whole series is great. I recommend all of them. I recommend all 3 authors. I haven't read a book by them I didn't like. So there we go. Anyways, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a good Veterans Day for those in America. And yeah, thank you so much and have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.